Yes, I remember it very well, as if it was yesterday. It was brilliant, a very, very exciting time. To make your first record, I think we recorded it in sort of May of the year of 64. It was released in July, and it was quite a big hit here in the autumn, and then of course it went to #1 in America. I mean, it was just unbelievable, a dream come true.
And it must have changed your life overnight, did it?
Well, it did in a way, although because we were so young, we all still lived at home. I think we kept our feet fairly much on the ground, really. Although we travelled extensively over the next 3 years, we still came back to our same area of Hertfordshire, in and around St Albans.
How did the Zombies come together in the first place?
It was a school band, really. There were 2 schools in St Albans that contributed. One was the grammar school and one was St Albans School. By a bizarre set of circumstances, the guy I sat next to at St Albans Grammar School was practically the next door neighbour to Rod Argent, who was the keyboard player. There were 3 guys in the band I didn't know. The guy I did know at school said, did I want to join a band? And I thought, well, yeah, it sounds pretty good. Everyone was in a band in those days. And we got together one Saturday afternoon and it just went from there.
You had some very successful hit singles in the 70s and into the 80s as well.
Yes.
Was it a totally different challenge for you as a solo artist?
Obviously, you're a bit more on your own. There's nowhere to hide when you're a solo artist. And there are a lot more responsibilities in that a lot of the business decisions really have to be made by you. I was lucky in the Zombies, we had 2 very fine songwriters, and I always think in this business that everything starts with the songs. And that we had Rod Argent and Chris White, who were both very successful and prolific as songwriters. I think it really gave the Zombies a bit of an edge. I was very sad when the band finished playing. I'd written a couple of songs for the Zombies, but as a solo artist I started to write a lot more myself, because over the years I've always found that that's one of the biggest problems, is finding the songs.
A couple of the hit singles in the 70s written by famous names as well. Say You Don't Mind, for instance, I Don't Believe in Miracles, Russ Ballard. So, I mean, the links with Denny Lane, Russ Ballard, the people who were starting in the business at about the same time as you, continued, didn't it, into the 70s and 80s?
Oh, it certainly did. I mean, we played with the Moody Blues quite a lot in the 60s, so I knew Denny Lane. And we all bought that record, Say You Don't Mind, which we thought was wonderful. And we used to actually play it in the Zombies up to and around 1967. So when I made my first album, we were just auditioning songs, and we thought, what about that great song, Say You Don't Mind? And then gradually we thought, how about if we did it just with strings? That's the benefit of working with other people, which of course I had in the Zombies. And at my first album, I was working with Rod Argent and Chris White, 2 ex-Zombies, who produced the album. And so we took a song that we'd played a lot over the 60s and sort of gave it a new twist. With Russ Ballard, he went on to become a member of Argent, which Rod Argent, again, who was in the Zombies, formed after the Zombies finished.